Welcome back. We are continuing our exploration of the Selenitic Age and its various sights and, well, mostly sounds actually. And we have found a red page, as well as the blue page that we found earlier in the Oasis. But it seems we're unable to carry both of them at the same time, so I'm going to stick with the red page for now, rather than go back for the blue page, which has returned to the Oasis magically. Alright, let's continue walking around the edge of this lake. This age would be so much easier to navigate if it wasn't so damn foggy. But that would have made one of the other puzzles way too easy. So I guess that's why they made it foggy. Alright, let's see. We have found 4 sounds so far. The water sounds, the chasm or fissure, the stone forest, and the clock. And there were 5 sliders on the door, so I guess there must be a 5th sound somewhere. Another one of those vases. There's actually some on the island there too. I guess they must be decorative, or maybe they serve a purpose. I really don't know. And it looks like I was wrong. There's no bridge to get to that island. It seems like the access actually goes underground. And this would appear to be the entrance to that. And this tunnel leading underground also contains, also makes a sound. The sound of the wind blowing through the tunnel, which is another one of the sounds we heard on the sliders. With another microphone above it, if indeed they are microphones. And, once again, a symbol with a button. Still no obvious effect. An interesting thing here, although it's hard to get a good look at it, is that there's the remains of another staircase leading down to the water, and it seems that there was a jetty here at some point. This seems to suggest that my theory that there is more land around here somewhere, and that is in fact the desert that Atris referred to, because obviously, well, since all we can see is water around this island, that isn't a desert. So I guess that Atris did in fact explore more of this age than just this island, and that he did find desert there. I guess this is a jetty, or maybe it's a bridge. It's a bit hard to tell, since we can't see if it continues through the fog. In any case, we're not using it, since it is utterly broken. Another theory for the desert thing would be that the water level rose, but that doesn't really work, because then this lake would have been dry. Because it is in fact open on the end, which is again rather impossible to see. Trying to get a look at that, but I can't. This is the end of the land here, so the lake is open to the water on the outside. Hard to see, unfortunately, but it is true. You can see it more clearly if you look at the map in the journal. Alright, let's see where this tunnel leads. Actually, we know where it leads, or at least suspect where it leads, to that island in the middle of the lake. It's a bit dark in here though, but there is a switch, which turns on the lights. Gotta wonder why these are lights and not fire marbles, again. Perhaps because fire marbles hadn't been invented yet by the writers. Let's see. This is a pretty big cave with a pretty high ceiling, so I guess that ladder actually goes up further than you would think. Well, Well, actually, considering it takes us 3 screens to get down, I suppose that does make sense. And Itches did describe a very elaborate cave system, but I don't think this is it. Because it's, well, this isn't elaborate, this is a straight hallway. And that cave system was accessible from the fissure, which we're quite far away from here, so I doubt this is what he was talking about. There was no obvious way for us to get down into the fissure and reach that cave system. But Atreus did say he was looking for another way to go in there, which he may have been able to find. Maybe it's behind that door. There's another switch here, which actually just turns the lights back off. Guess that makes sense, there's a switch on each side. Alright, now we're on that central island, I guess. Indeed. Wonder why the wind sound is so distinctive only when it goes through this tunnel. Whereas we can't really hear any wind anywhere else in the age. Okay, no, that's not true. We can hear wind, but it sounds very different. Wait. Which of the microphones can we see from here? What would be in that direction? I guess maybe the chasm, I suppose? Not sure. Or maybe the... I don't know. Something is in that direction where we can see the microphone. And here is the tower with a whole bunch of transmitters on it. Although we can't look up, unfortunately. So let's just look at the base of the tower. It has a door in it, behind which is a control panel. That is a lot of noise. Let's see. We've got here the 5 symbols that we've seen before. Water, and the chasm, the clock, the stone forest, and the wind tunnel. And they all make an equal amount of noise. But I guess maybe this is the order we need to use on the sliders. That may be worth trying. Let's go back and try that. I want to see if that achieves anything. Oh. Did not mean to switch that off. Oh. Damn it. Okay, let's head back to the door. Let's try that order that we saw. So that would be first the water sound, which is this. Then second would be the chasm, which is that. Third is the clock. That's interesting. There's appear to be a couple of sounds here that were not found anywhere in the age. Or at least not anymore. Okay, that's the clock. Then fourth was the stone forest. Is that a steam train? And last up the wind tunnel. Let's see if that works. It didn't do anything. I didn't really think it was going to be that easy. So let's head back to the tower, see if there's anything else we can do with it, because there was a bunch of controls we didn't try yet. And why is all we can hear here static, even though there's all these transmission towers? And there's also this button with the Greek letter sigma on it. And it plays 5 times static in succession. I guess sigma here is used in its mathematical meaning of sum, so it gives us the sum of the sounds. But since none of the sounds are actually working, that doesn't really do anything. Let's see what this does. This moves the view and changes the number here. So I guess this is actually a number of degrees, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, it goes very, very quickly if you hold it down for a while, which makes it hard. But it does go up to 360, it seems, so it is degrees. Here it circles back to 0. So that is degrees. So I guess we can go all the way around. Let's try. Yep. Can go all the way around very, very quickly. This, by the looks of things, is the chasm. But we've selected the oasis, so we don't want the chasm. The oasis is near the chasm, though. It's behind it, so we probably won't be able to see it through this thick fog. But hopefully we'll be able to hear it at some point. Yes! You can hear the water. And now, this button is blinking. Which I guess means we need to go further right. There's still static behind the sound though, so we're not quite set up correctly yet. Went too far, I think. There we go. We have gotten the sound of water. So I guess the dishes were not properly lined up, and now we've pointed one of them at the proper transmitter near the oasis. Let's try the sigma button again. Now instead of static for one of them, it actually played the sound of the water. But it clearly isn't playing them in the order that we see here, because it played the water sound second. So maybe that's the order we need for the sliders. Which means we're going to have to set up the other 4 sounds properly. Well, I guess technically you could you only need to do 3, because then the 4th one would be obvious. But we're going to do all of them anyway, to determine what the actual sequences we need to use to open that door. But we'll have to do that in the next video.